Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Starcraft. Time to proceed onward to Zerg Mission 3, the New Dominion. With the Protoss forces beaten and scattered, the Overmind has withdrawn the swarms to the remote ash world of Char. The New Dominion primary hive cluster, planet Char.
Behold the power of that which is yet unborn. For the swirling images that flow forth from the chrysalis are only a shadow of the sleeper's true power.
The psionic emanations of the chrysalis have reached out into the depths of space and lured our enemies to us. Even now, we are aware of their plans.
Oh look, it's Mink's pet. Emperor Arcturus, what a poser.
I don't want any slip-ups this time. We'll show these critters that they can't run from the truth.
Engage the Terran forces with care. Your priority is to protect the chrysalis at all costs.
Okay, gross number 2. One upside of being Zerg, we get to kick the Terran Dominion's ass. They have it coming. Okay. Step 1. Establish our economy. Oh, the chrysalis has gotten bigger and more disgusting and kind of phallic looking, actually. Ew. So where's the Vespine geyser? There it is. Produce larva faster, would you? Oh, we are in the southeast corner. Don't really need defenders to the southeast then, do we? Pretty well protected by spore colonies. So I don't think we need to go and worry about air attacks. Well, you know, air attacks from here could cause problems, but we won't need to worry about air attacks from the west, at least. And we're going to need more overlords for supply. Of course, in the case of the Zerg, you don't need overlords for supply, you need overlords to maintain psychic control over all your minions. Without a Cerebrate to control them, they will just go berserk and run amok. And the Cerebrate has to disperse its control through its overlords. Alright, 2 more for getting gas from the extractor. Oh, it's a Ragnosaur. It's so cute. Hello. I do wish I could zoom out a bit more and see more of the map. Good grief, Mutalisks are loud. Alright, we'll start actually creating buildings. So we already have a spawning pool, we have a hydralisk den.
We require more Vespene gas.
We're gonna need an evolution, whatever the heck it was called. Chamber, evolution chamber. We already have a hydralisk den and a spawning pool. Might not hurt to set up a couple of sunken colonies. Considering that you need to spawn the drone, and then spawn the creep colony, and then convert it into a sunken colony, it's quite a multi-step process to make these things. Though each step in that process happens very fast. But it's a lot of clicking to get the job done. Go ahead and turn into a layer. And then once it's done that, we can build a spire. Let's do some scouting. Can we get through this level with just land forces, or is it like separated into islands? I seem to remember it may be separated into islands. And yeah, Char is pretty much a volcanic wasteland.
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, we lost all our mutalisks, but we got a lot of good scouting done. And yeah, this pretty much looks like we are not going to be able to just get through this with ground forces, I don't think. Still working on that layer. Let's just confirm my suspicion that we're going to want an air force for this. There, we got to hear the most awesome part of the entire Zerg soundtrack without a bunch of other sound effects or dialogue overpowering it. Hey, I'm scouting. Leave me alone.
Our forces are under attack.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we can use a ground force. Hard to say. It depends on if there's a ramp. I think maybe we can, though. Okay, we didn't quite lose it, and it'll regenerate back up to full health for free. Alright, I think actually maybe we don't need an Air Force. And if we don't need one, we're not going to build one, because they are expensive. Let's get another hatchery up so that we can spawn larvae faster. Right here will be fine, I guess. And then we'll replace that drone. And let's start the upgrades. Okay, we can also upgrade our overlords to act as dropships, basically. And we can make them faster. We'll do that if it turns out, if I build a big ground force and it turns out that they can't get at the whole map, then we'll just turn our overlords into, effectively into dropships, and that'll take care of that problem. With that said, let's start building up a big ground force. We have a pretty convenient expansion point here if it turns out we need it. I'm going to see if we can get through the mission without needing to do that. I should start using the hotkeys. I wonder how they recorded all these disgusting sound effects. The overlords almost sound like they recorded a person making goofy sounds and ran it through some audio filters. There we go. Slightly increase our unit production speed. Well, I say slightly, but double it, really. It's quite impressive how they managed to balance the races so well against each other when they're all so very different from each other. It's obviously easier to balance factions against each other if they operate very similarly in the first place.
Require more minerals.
Alright, looks like the only upgrades left to do are from the evolution chamber. Get wrecked, Alpha Squadron. I'll leave just enough of you alive so you can go back to your pathetic Emperor and tell him how all your friends got utterly slaughtered. And how he's next.
Require more minerals. Require more minerals.
Might not hurt to make another couple of drones to speed up the mineral collection, but I'm not sure. Maybe at least one more. There we go. We're getting a force together. But it's important to remember that 12 Zerg are not going to be equivalent to 12 Terran units when you've got Zerglings mixed in. Because an individual Zergling is very weak. So like 36 Marines is actually much stronger than 36 Zerglings, for example. That said, we do have a mix of Zerglings and Hydralisks, so I think we can go on a walkabout now. And not get completely slaughtered by whatever we encounter.
Our forces are under attack.
We'll set up at the expansion point if we need to, but I'm hoping we don't. I believe we saw that they have siege tanks, so that could be a bit of a problem. Yup. We'll just try to muddle through with overwhelming numbers.
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, looks like we don't need the Air Force, which is good. Air Forces are real expensive to make. Oh man. They are well defended. Holy. We stood no chance whatsoever. You know what? We want the Air Force after all. Their ground forces are way too strong. Okay, change of plans. That force got annihilated. It accomplished nothing. And we may want that expansion after all. Man, only mission 3 and they're kicking up the difficulty this high already. Or, you know, maybe I just suck with the Zerg. That's definitely possible too. Oh, what the... I just cleared this! I just cleared this! That's irritating. Okay. Should be secure this time. Good grief. Yeah, I think overwhelming numbers of mutalisks is how we're going to want to handle this. Their ground defenses are actually really good. That's how I would have set up my ground defenses. Kudos to them. Well, let's start on the Mutalisk Air Force then. Sometimes the Air Force is the easier solution, after all. When you've got a gazillion bunkers and siege tanks, then maybe it's time to go air. I guess that's what the enemy felt like trying to get through our defensive lines once we were able to set up bunkers and siege tanks. It's kind of intimidating. It's a lot of firepower. Probably going to want overlords as well. Hatcheries coming along. I'll maybe get enough overlords to get up to 100 units. I hope I don't need to get quite that high on mission 3. Maybe I'll see what I can do with 83. Maybe I'll just call it good with what I've got now. So Mutalisks are M, as you would expect. Alright, let's work on Flyer Carapace next. Well, once we can afford it.
Our forces are under attack.
Ah, come on. Why is it taking so long? There we go. We're gonna want some sunken colonies and stuff, for sure.
Require more minerals.
Okay, select all larvae is S. And then drone is D. Let's start getting comfortable with this so we can use the keyboard more and the mouse less. So that thing's still regenerating. They do not regenerate fast, that's for sure.
Our forces are under attack.
Trying to siege tank me? I don't think so. No, I don't want a spore colony. Cancel. Alright. Sunken is U. Spore is S. Would have thought the sunken would be the default rather than the air one, but... So many unpleasant sounds you have to listen to while you're playing as Zerg. Just constant disgusting squelching sounds and growls and stuff. Alright, colony and then sunken colony. Okay, now that we've got two bases gathering resources at once, hopefully we'll be able to speed up the production of this Mutalisk Air Force.
We require more Vespene gas.
Fine. Oops. One of you go off mineral duty and get gas. Actually, two of you do that. I will make one to replace one of those. Evolution complete. That's the problem when you're building an air force. It takes so much Vespene gas. Good grief. 100 each. That is not cheap where gas is concerned. How many have we got? At least one full control group. Yeah, the Vespene gas is the limiting factor here.
We require more Vespene gas.
Make him peel off. Well, I've got 3, it looks like. Yeah, I think I'm gathering it about as fast as I can. Once I've got 2 full control groups, I'm going to see what I can get done. Hopefully that'll be fairly effective. Hopefully they don't have cloaked wraiths, or that could really be a problem. In fact, just in case they do, maybe I'll want to research the Overlord speed upgrade and bring along some Overlords. Faster Overlord movement. Just 2. They'll be like my science vessels on the last Terran mission. Now, as I recall, that movement upgrade is like a serious movement upgrade. They go way faster. I sure hope so anyway, because that is excruciating. Okay, so we've got 1 full control group, and we're 4 away from a second. 3 away from a second. One more, then we're going to attack. See what we can get done with 2 Mutalisk squadrons. Is that the Overlord upgrade? No. That's the Overlord upgrade. Pretty sure they're going to be real speedy now. Yeah, that's a huge improvement. Okay, they're almost fully upgraded. We've got spotters if we need them. Let's go. God, that is so loud for me. I wonder how loud it's going to be on the recording. It is nice not having to deal with the siege tanks. Siege tanks parked on top of that ridge. That was just devastating. Good grief, they have a lot of defenses. Okay, get over here. Wreck what you can. Let's pull these guys back, they don't seem needed. Let's start spawning reinforcements ASAP. Because I don't think they're going to be enough to finish it, but if we can do a follow-up attack quickly enough before the enemy rebuilds everything we destroyed, then that attack could serve as the start of the finisher.
Our forces are under attack. Our forces are under attack.
Alright, we need more than that. Yeah, this is way harder than Terran 3 was. Hey, they're still alive. God, that's loud.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay. Good enough. Get in there, help your friends. Just start destroying everything. You guys go join them. They'll be stronger together. Oh, there's only one left. Look at all those siege tanks. A ground attack was always going to be futile. Okay, that's it. This is insane. Where's my option screen? There we go. That is just... it's obscenely loud. Okay, that's more reasonable. You know what? Let's target their production structures. Let's get this stupid barracks. Enough of their marines. I would have to say that is not good sound balance. How insanely loud the Mutalisk attack is. But let's start building some more. Yeah, they don't have cloaking technology. Makes things easier. Okay, it's a mop-up operation from here. Alright, well, go ahead and just start cutting a path through their base. And now I can just crank out a bazillion Zerglings. Because we've pretty much taken care of their ground defenses. And Zerglings will make a rapid follow-up and we won't have to worry about the stupid Vespene requirements. Oops, that is not what I wanted. There we go. Get in there, Zerglings. Help the Mutalisks. They actually had a siege tank left. Not for long. Terran Dominion. Go dominate your own sector. You're not welcome here. Works for me. I taught them a lesson they won't soon forget. Alright, that's Zerg Mission 3 complete. A little bit more difficult than I was expecting, but once we figured out we needed to go air, we got through it. And the Mutalisk attack is excessively loud. Next up is going to be Zerg 4. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I'll see you then.